trophy. And Amada Castagna up there.
The man with the troublesome hemorrhoid enters the room.
Excuse me?
That wasn't me.
Said Hillary, who's only taken 347 steps today.
I cycled here.
Speaking
As
of
well
cycles,
on the,
Mary's period is due to start in 3 days.
The rostrum.
How do they know so much about
another
us?
great
You're all sharing
performance from
health
Jack
data
Calder.
without
He must be
realizing
pinching
it.
himself
That's
as
how I know
well.
about Kevin's
It's all
ranch.
going very nicely for him. Second
Wait,
place
wait,
now. The
no,
trophy is
no,
presented
stop.
by the mayor of Tetro, who is Andreas Lang, to the Burgermeister.
This is a strike again by Haaland. Too close to Onana. You'd expect the goalkeeper to make. That's just down below us.
Yeah, a couple of Manchester City's medical team are on the edge of the technical area. De Bruyne looking uncomfortable. He was forced off in the final 2 years ago. And this doesn't look too good, does it?
Oh no, bearing in mind, physio seems to be feeling the hamstring. And if it is a hamstring problem, it's not the kind of problem that you can really play through or run off. A muscle injury like that. This will be heartbreaking for him, particularly considering what he went through when they were beaten by Chelsea, having to leave the field.
It was a boot in the face then, wasn't it, from Antonio Rudiger, which forced Kevin De Bruyne off. Phil Foden is limbering up. Both sets of players making good use of this break in play. Pep Guardiola to pass on instructions to his Manchester City team and into taking on board some fluids. It's been a warm day in Istanbul. Temperature's still around 22, 23 degrees and the humidity level around 70%.
Well, I think I've just seen Phil Foden summoned back by Pep Guardiola to the bench. You can see Guardiola in dialogue with Kevin De Bruyne. He doesn't want him to take risks. They need him to be 100%. Keep your eye on that.
De Bruyne back on the pitch, but wasn't moving too fluently when he made his way back to the halfway line, having received attention.
Well, it's the first time he has to sprint. That will be the test for him.
Into like City prepared to mix it up, play short, play long, and now they've given the ball away. Grealish coming back from an offside position, couldn't get involved then.
Yeah, Jack Grealish clearly thinking that he's in an offside position. Just about is.
Haaland left in a heap. Damarca holding off Rodri and then finding Brozovic. And there is Phil Foden ready to come on. Had an appendix operation at the end of March.
You can see the referee absolutely right. There is no infringement there. See Pep Guardiola on the touchline. He's getting very, very animated. Saw him very emotional after Manchester City won the FA Cup final last weekend. Tears. Just makes you wonder what kind of emotion. It's all about pressure. It's all about expectation. It's all about the desperation to win this competition and win the treble.
And he has said that we're all driven by failure. So much success with Manchester City, so much success previously with Bayern, but the Champions League eluded him there. Fancied a great deal in this first half of John Stones, who's been pressed into a different role this season. Another change of approach, another change of emphasis. Another player who's had to reinvent himself.
Yeah, he's done it brilliantly well.
Here is Stones. The adaptable Akanji now. Bernardo Silva. De Bruyne. Stones. Gundogan. Skipping away from Brozovic and then accelerating away from Brozovic. Ball has gone out of play, will be a goal kick.
Again, that's the second time Kevin De Bruyne hasn't produced quality from that kind of an area. I just wonder whether he is really feeling...
Yeah, it's time for change.
Yeah.
It's time for change. Phil Foden is going to come on. More disappointment for Kevin De Bruyne in a UEFA Champions League final.
It's heartbreaking.
De Bruyne, the Belgium international, who is such an influence, such a creator of chances for Manchester City. And forced off with just 35 minutes played. So the boyhood fan who made his debut at 17 is introduced. Phil Foden is on. At the moment it looks as though it's going to be a like-for-like change. Foden can play in the wide area. Look at that ball possession for Manchester City. Over 60%, 63%.
Well, that's possession, but it doesn't really reflect how the game's gone. I think it's really important you say that Inter have more than matched Manchester City so far in this game, despite having less of the ball.
Good pressing from Inter. DeMarco. It's not the Manchester City who clawed back Arsenal's season-long league in the Premier League. Season-long lead, I should say. Dumfries, found by the other wing-back DeMarco. Dzeko's checked his run. Barella. On again by Darmian.
He's missed a trick there, Denzel Dumfries. He made a poor option. Had acres of space. Teammates in the penalty area should have put the ball in, crossed it.
Barella. Darmian. The best part of 4 seasons at Manchester United. Brozovic, such an experienced figure in midfield. Croatian international, bags of international experience in both European Championship and World Cup.
Came in tonight on a brilliant run, didn't they? Inter won 11 of their last 12 games, and even the one they lost against Napoli, they had a man sent off in the first half. There were reasons for that. So why wouldn't they be confident? I think it was the rest of the world maybe writing them off too easily. They've started well. They will now believe.
We mentioned the number of shutouts that they've had in the Champions League this season. A few teams have won more tackles or recovered the ball. Cherby taking issue with the decision, felt that he was given a push by Haaland. Not wise with tonight's referee. Foden. First chance for Phil Foden to get involved. Foden easily dispossessed. He wants a free kick. Manchester City are not going to get one. Cherby caught late then.
Manchester City players feeling Francesco Cherby has made a meal of this as he clears the ball. Does he get caught? Not really, is the answer.
Barella. Just before half-time that Kai Havertz scored for Chelsea against Manchester City in the final 2 years ago. Always to get a goal before the interval tonight, either way. Stones again with licence to roam. And picking out Foden. Grealish, held up again by Dumfries. Rodri. Now Ake. Gundogan. Bernardo Silva continuing his battle with Darmian. Ake. Into with everybody behind the ball when they don't have it.
Manchester City prepared to be patient into making it very difficult. Manchester City.
Gundogan. Now Rodri. Ake. Grealish, almost getting away from Dumfries, and he's earned Manchester City the free kick.
Yeah, he's got a free kick, Jack Grealish. He needs to be calmer. Not every foul merits a yellow card. He wants a yellow card, you can see. The referee has been very consistent with the physicality aspect of it. Positive, maybe for the first time, Jack Grealish gets the better of Dumfries, who is pulling him down, but that is blindsided the referee, who clearly can't see that.
Area for Manchester City. De Bruyne can only look on and wonder. Foden taking on De Bruyne's free kick responsibilities. Rodri.
I think that pretty much sums up the first half, doesn't it, for Manchester City. The fact that Rodri's attempting a cross ball, bounces off the defender and back off him for a goal kick. Just nothing quite gone their way. They haven't really found any fluency. They haven't exerted real sustained periods of pressure the way we normally see them do on opponents. He will be thrilled, Simone Inzaghi. Not so much Pep Guardiola.
Slip and a stumble, or something more sinister?
Just as he cleared the ball, he was under pressure. Cleared the ball long, stayed down for several seconds. Seems to be okay.
Into goalkeeper who endured Champions League heartbreak in his time with Ajax of the Netherlands. Lucas Moura scoring a 96th-minute goal to put them out on away goals when they came up against Tottenham Hotspur. Semi-final defeat back in 2019. Stoppage time at the end of the first half, just the 2 additional minutes minimum. Stones. Bernardo Silva. Allowed to come inside. That's just wide from a long way out. Akanji was credited with 1 in the semi-final.
Once again, I think Inter will be more than happy if Manchester City are taking strikes from there.
Started all of Manchester City's knockout games ahead of Aymeric Laporte.
The picture there just showed the frustration of Pep Guardiola with this first half performance from his team.
And how does he change it? What does he say to his team at half-time?
They have to be better in every conceivable way. They haven't passed the ball as well as they can. They haven't had any fluency. They haven't exerted any sustained pressure on Inter. You have to give Inter credit, but Manchester City must do better.
It's as you might expect in Istanbul. Manchester City dominating the first half possession, but nothing to show for it. Erling Haaland with a shot which was turned away by Andrea.
It's brought to you by Oppo, UEFA Champions League sponsor.
Watch UEFA Nations League Semi-Final 1, Netherlands versus Croatia, 15th June, 12:15 AM, live on Sony Live.
Where do top rankers sit?
Here.
Where do pranksters sit?
Here.
Where do quizzers sit?
Here.
The world is